So what is original Medicare? Does it cost a lot? Does it cover anything? Well, in today's video, I'll be going over what original Medicare Parts A and B actually cost and cover coming up. Aloha guys, my name is Matt Ragudo and I'm a chartered retirement planning counselor and have my certification in long-term care planning. And what I do is I help individuals navigate their retirement and especially help them with the Medicare program. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering the premiums, the deductibles, the co-pays, and the co-insurances of original Medicare Parts A and Parts B. So let's take a look at first Part A. Part A, provided you worked 10 years in the US and paid into the payroll taxes, Part A comes premium free. Great news. If you didn't though, it does cost up to $458 per month, and that's as of this recording in 2020. So what does Part A actually cover? So Part A is hospital insurance, hospital, skilled nursing facility, and it covers hospice. So Part A, hospital, what does that cover? All the services you require when you're in the hospital, it covers that. Now, how much does it cost? Well, hospital insurance works as a deductible. So the first 60 days is covered by a one-time $1,408 deductible. From days 61 through 90, it's actually going to cost a little bit more. It's $352 per day. Now, if you have to stay in the hospital from day 91 to day 150, you'll be paying approximately $704 per day. All of that added up, if you're in the hospital for that long, is over $50,000. So it can get quite expensive if you require that level of care. What about the skilled nursing facility? Hang on. All right, my arms are getting tired holding it up. The skilled nursing facility, as long as you're in the hospital for 3 days, what happens then, you can get discharged into the skilled nursing home for rehabilitation. Now that rehabilitation will be a zero copay for the first 20 days. And then from days 21 through 100, it's $176 per day. After day 100, it turns into custodial care, long-term care. I have a video. You can check it out here if you want to learn more about Medicare, long-term care, and kind of how that really doesn't work well together. All right, last one is hospice. So come along, let's go figure that out too. All right, so hospice. Medicare Part A covers hospice, and it always will cover hospice no matter if you're on a Part C plan, a Medicare Advantage plan, or a Medigap plan. Medicare doesn't really specify how much it'll cost, except that the copay varies and it's usually a low copay. All right, quick question of the day. Have you already enrolled in original Medicare? And if so, what have you experienced? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it better than what you had at work? Let me know in the comment section down below. All right, so what about Part B? Now, Part B is a little tricky one. That's the one you don't really need in the very beginning if you got group health. But what does Part B cover and how much does it cost? All right, so Part B actually costs $144.60 per month for most Medicare beneficiaries. If you do make a little bit more income though, that cost does go up, and you can watch this video here, or I've linked a chart in the description below for you to just have a quick visual. Now, what does it cost when you get care? So Medicare Part B, just like Part A, has a deductible. This deductible though is an annual deductible for all Part B as in boy services. That deductible for the year 2020 is $198. Not so bad, especially if you've seen one of those high deductible plans that have it up to $6,000 of deductible. Medicare, $198. After that deductible though, you'll be responsible for 20% of all the services. Now, what are the Part B services? There we go, that's better. All right, so the Part B services are going to be things that are not in the hospital. So if you get physical therapy, you go see your physician, you go see a specialist, you go and get labs done, x-rays, MRIs, etc. All of those services are covered under Part B. And the most expensive service under Part B Usually it's going to be something like dialysis, infusion, chemotherapy, those types of, or of course, outpatient surgeries. So those things are going to be more expensive, and you're on the hook on Medicare Part B for 20%. So that can be quite expensive. I'll go into now how to cover those more expensive costs on the Medicare program. Now, there's two ways you can cover it with insurance, and of course, there's always the third route is if you have the moolah, you can just cover it with your cash. But for most Americans, they're going to purchase either a Medicare supplement, the Medigap plan, or a Medicare Advantage plan. And I've linked in the description below the buyer's guide to the Medigap policies, as well as the buyer's guide for Medicare Advantage plans. All right, so for those of us who don't know yet, Medicare supplement plans work on top of Parts A and B of Medicare. There's really only two plans that I recommend, but you can go take a look here at all the plans available. All right, before I forget, so cut myself in while I'm editing over here. So all the Medicare supplement plans are federally standardized, A through N. Now, they don't cover all the letters in there like you'd want them to, but all the 10 plan letters are federally standardized across the US. So they all cover the same Medicare benefits at the same amount. They might have some extra things thrown in, bells and whistles to say, hey, select my plan versus this plan. But for the most part, all the Medicare supplement plans are the same. The only difference is the company and potentially the cost. So please look into the strength of the company and the competitiveness of the pricing of the premium. All right, let's go back. Almost done. All right, so we hear about the Medicare Advantage stuff, the Part C plans, MAPD plans. What are those? Well, an MA is a Medicare Advantage plan. When the PD is stuck at the end, it means it also has prescription drugs. Now, how the Medicare Advantage world differs from the Medicare Supplement world is that Medicare Advantage, you're actually handing over that Medicare insurance, that $458 a month that Part A costs and the $144 that Part B costs. You're giving that now to a different insurance company, and that insurance company now takes care of you. And the best part about the Medicare Advantage space is they offer you a maximum out of pocket. They offer you, which means that, remember how I said on Medicare, original Medicare, you could be paying, $1,408 for the hospital, plus there's like a $352 after day 60. And for Part B, after the deductible, 20% of everything. Well, Medicare Advantage caps that amount at a maximum out-of-pocket responsibility. We, in the industry, call it a MOOP, but you don't got to worry about that. And plus, it's a strange name anyway. Now, also what they can offer you is things like dental, vision, hearing, gym memberships, all those cool benefits that you get where you hear other people have because they're on this certain Medicare plan. You can get those too. Now, what's the junk part about the Medicare Advantage? Well, if you join what's called an HMO, any care you receive outside of your network is not covered. So when you do look at the Medicare Advantage plans, make sure you take into consideration your one, network of doctors. Make sure your doctors and hospitals are in the network. Number two, make sure that it covers all your drugs, because unlike the supplement plan where you can pick a separate standalone drug plan, you can check a video here on how to do that, but you have to incorporate the Medicare Advantage plans with the Part D plan, so you have to make all those things combined. Now I, as a Medicare broker, I help to do that at no cost to you. The Medicare insurance companies pay me to help you choose the best plan for you. And as a broker, I have access to all the top carriers in your state so that you don't have to worry about me finding a plan that's the best for me but not the best for you. Remember, I work for you. All right, I hope that kind of gave you some clarity on the original Medicare and a couple ways to cover it, not too deep. For more information about Medicare plans, Medicare insurance, Medicare information, do click on the links here on the screen, the videos that I have also made for information for you. And you guys have a great rest of the day, all right?